This week's Parashah is Parashat Shemini, but it's also Shabbat Parah, the Shabbat that we read, the special portion that discusses the red heifer, the Parah Aduma. The ashes of the red heifer were mixed with water, and these were sprinkled on a person or on objects, utensils that had become impure through contact with a human corpse. Rashi tells us something fascinating in Parashat Beshalach. The Torah tells us that as the Jewish people were traveling towards Mount Sinai to receive the Torah, they came to a place called Marah. And at that place, Hashem gave them a number of commandments. They hadn't yet received the Torah, but he gave them a taste of what they were going to receive in just a few weeks' time. What mitzvot did he give them? And Rashi lists four. He gave them the mitzvah of Shabbat. He gave them the mitzvah of Mishpatim, civil laws. He gave them the mitzvah of Kibbud Avayim, of honoring parents. And he gave them the mitzvah of Parah Aduma, the red heifer. And let's try to analyze this for a moment based on the teachings of Rabbi Moshe Tarragon of Gush Etzion Yeshiva. Let's have a look at Shabbat. Now, if I was going to give a taste of mitzvot to the Jewish people, which mitzvot would I choose? Well, the foundational mitzvot. Shabbos is a great choice. Shabbat is a foundational mitzvah. Shabbat is where we realize there is a creator of this world, that we are not in charge, that he wants us to switch off. It testifies to the fact that God created heavens and earth. And it is something that happens each and every single week regardless. So yes, Shabbos is a great choice. It's foundational. The mitzvot of Mishpatim. Mishpatim are civil laws. We've got to get on in society with other people. We've got to learn what to do when damage happens, when we damage another person. We have to learn about the court systems, about when we have a claim, a monetary claim. Somebody gave us something to watch and then it got stolen from us. What do we do? In order to live in society, we have to have these laws. And of course, for the Jewish people, these are not just human laws, but these are godly laws. So yes, that's a foundational mitzvah. Kibbud Avayim, honoring one's parents. A sense of gratitude to those who came before us. Our parents who gave us everything to raise us. When we were children, when we were helpless, when we had nothing, they looked after us, they educated us. This is something, as the Talmud says, that even the Gentile people understand, that one should honor one's parents. It's a foundational mitzvah. But then we get to Parah Aduma, the red heifer. Well, what's that all about? And that's not exactly a foundational mitzvah. The person passes away, they give off impurity, and somebody comes into contact with them. They have to have the ashes of the red heifer sprinkled on them together with water that it's mixed with. And the whole thing is very mysterious. Even Shlomo, King Solomon, didn't understand it. It's self-contradictory because the people preparing the red heifer become impure, and yet the ashes of the red heifer make one pure. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. Why choose that as a foundational mitzvah? But that, says Rabbi Tarragon, is exactly the point. That we as Jews have to understand that there will be those areas that make sense to us, like Shabbos, like Mishpatim, like honoring parents. But there'll also be those things that are beyond our understanding, are beyond our knowledge. But these are the mitzvot of Hashem. And Hashem, therefore, was giving us a taste of the Torah. And he was saying, yes, you will have things that appeal to the human intellect. But you will have things that you will struggle with. You'll have difficulty to understand. Maybe your mind will tell you, I don't want to do that. It doesn't make sense. But this is my law, and this is what I give you. And therefore, the Parah Aduma serves as the greatest example of Hashem's law. We try to understand it, but we cannot fully comprehend it. But we do it because it was given to us by a loving God. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.